Well, we're watching the splashdown of this Orion
Standing by
here.
for forward bay cover jettison.
That's the view from Orion that NASA TV is showing.
35,000 feet.
There's the view from the drone that's watching it. I think that white thing that's moving in the screen is the thing itself.
That view of Orion from the Icona.
I'd say it's
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, yeah. Oh, check it out. Oh, check it out.
25,000 feet.
What
Time to
the
splash down less than 4 minutes.
Oh, there goes the parachutes.
Forward bay cover has been deployed. Drogues have been deployed.
Ah. Oh, look at it. You can see it. Oh, look.
Great video from the Icona. $15,000 feet until splashdown.
Ah, wow.
Coming up on main chute deployed.
Oh, this is tremendous. Oh, come on, don't freeze on us. Oh, don't do that again. Oh, don't pull that stunt. Oh.
From a waypoint over the Pacific Ocean, there is your new spacecraft, America.
Well, there's at least a
Drogues
soundtrack.
away.
Okay, well, shoot.
the
Well,
final,
they decided to come back for us, come back on. I mean, the internet unfroze here.
it's the final.
Yeah, those are the main chutes now out. Oh, looks like another.
20,000 miles an hour.
Oh no, that's.
Do a gentle return back to Earth.
There we go.
More than 4 hours and 20 minutes after it took off on a Delta.
Ah, come on, guys. Come on. You can do this, but you can't keep your internet, Why don't you buy a few more servers there for NASA? I don't know, what's a server cost? $600? Buy 5 or 6 of them. Hell. It's the government. Just have the Federal Reserve print some money. Apparently it's down. What the overloaded internet on the NASA site's letting us see.
Orion remains in an upright position, and you can see it on the water.
Hell, there. Well, it worked. Their internet didn't work. They needed to buy some more servers, but the Orion thing worked. So good.
We're looking from one of the helicopters, providing sequential still video of Orion in the water, perfectly upright, having splashed down upright, releasing its parachutes. The first traces of Earth's atmosphere at 10:19 a.m. Central Time, moving at a speed of about 20.
Here comes the Navy. There are the parachutes. Here comes the Navy. Either that or a bunch of drug runners out of Baja, Mexico. I bet it's probably the Navy though.
Seraphin, about an hour or so ago, gave a green light after polling his team of flight controllers for the extended power-up of Orion in the water to provide Lockheed Martin a bonus opportunity to retrieve thermal data from the spacecraft from its high-speed re-entry back to Earth, where temperatures around the vehicle rose to about 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Data. Gotta love data.
Which is in excellent shape. Orion
there it is, guys.
reaching the critical milestone of entry interface, plummeting through the Earth's atmosphere at 10:19 a.m. Central Time. From that point until splashdown, it was a 10-minute ride down to Earth. First, at a speed of about 20,000 miles an hour, its heat shield performing as advertised, repelling temperatures that rose to about 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit around the spacecraft. And then its chutes deploying in sequential fashion to slow Orion down to a speed of just 20 miles an hour at the point at which it hit the water, remaining in an upright position.
Looks like
Stable
it's
one, as
only
it is
got
called,
2 of the 5
assisted by at least 3
flotation
and a half,
bags
to 4
up.
of the crew module uprighting system airbags at the top of the spacecraft.
I guess 3 of them inflated, and then there was one that didn't, and then one sort of partially, but it looks like one of them's deflated. Either that or they're doing an ad for Walt Disney there, with making it look like Mickey Mouse. It wouldn't be the first time that Disney's pulled some sort of nonsense stunt like that. I bet that's product placement. I bet that was done deliberately. Well, we talk a lot of nonsense sometimes, don't we? Well, there are no humans in there right now. Well, I know there's a Captain Kirk doll. There's some Sesame Street characters inside. Some moon dust. I guess there's a couple of Lego toys and a Tyrannosaurus Rex toy. And a heck of a lot of data. I imagine the engineers want to play with the data rather than the toys. Well, it's good the engineers can play with something, because every engineer I've known hadn't been too daggone playful. Well, presumably they're going to fetch this in here at some point. Well, hello YouTubers, Joe Kersey here on Friday, December 5th, 2014, it's around 12:20 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Now we've been watching this Orion space odyssey here this morning, starting around, well, I actually woke up at 12:30, but that's because I couldn't sleep, and I read the online newspapers for 2 hours, and I went back and sort of lay there for an hour, and about 3:30 I said, this is nonsense, so I just got up, and so I've been up since 3:30 effectively, well, 12:30 effectively, really. And so we started watching the NASA coverage of this Orion around 6 in the morning, and it launched pretty much on time. Actually, it launched right on time, 7:05, and then we watched the coverage of the the flight, and then the landing, or the splashdown. They've had so much internet traffic that the NASA sites kept, it's kept freezing. It's been repeatedly freezing up. And I was saying earlier, you've got to, just buy some more servers. Buy some more servers so you can handle this traffic. It's I don't know what they cost, but I got a couple of catalogs that said you can get a server for about $600. So have the Federal Reserve print up some money. But I repeat myself. Anyway, I've been a space junkie since time I first saw Sputnik fly overhead when I was about 5 years old, in 1957. We were out at my aunt's and uncle's place there, just outside Argonia, Ohio, and they had said on the news that it was going to fly over, and you could see it, and indeed you could. It had a big strobe light on that thing, and it was flashing, Well, Paul's having a little bit of a nap here again. He's got a meeting at work here. He's off work today, but he's got a mandatory meeting. Apparently, they're having a fellow from the head corporate office, you know, that actually owns this chain of, well, you know, I guess this outfit owns about 15 hotels in the eastern half of the United States, but it's all part of this Hampton Inn chain, and I guess it's about medical insurance or some other forms of insurance, so he'll have to go to that. It's around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I may have to wake him up for it. We'll see. But it's very pleasant here. It's 37. We're getting a little mist. We're going to have a little rain here starting in the late afternoon and then all the way through tomorrow, I guess, on Saturday. Guess it'll stop late tomorrow night. Not particularly heavy, but maybe we might end up getting a total of no, not quite an inch. 3/4 of an inch. That's not bad. We've had some really strange, you know, early December weather in the last few years. Sometimes the basement's flooded, and that doesn't sound like that's in the offing here. Very good, very good. Well, that's about it. I do like the space. I do indeed. Well, on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye to all YouTubers here.
Mike Seraphin here in Mission Control sends the commanding through his flight controllers to power down Orion, and at that point he will hand over the mission, if you will, to the recovery teams out of the Pacific, who will move closer to Orion and begin to secure it to bring it into the flooded well deck of the USS Anchorage. This flight has been beyond the wildest imagination of the Orion program.
Well,
clearly,
there it is.
There were issues with the vehicle, a brand new vehicle that happened.
Paul woke up there while I was outside, so.
Yeah, and I'm still thinking about taking a nap again.
Yeah, but you got to go to this meeting.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I'll wake you up. Take a nap, honey. Well, by your command.